Hi, I'm Sean Malloy. Welcome to Digital Writing. In this class, we'll think about and practice creating, drafting, revising, editing, and publishing digital writing in various forms to different platforms on the internet. Some of the principles of digital writing are just the same as those for all forms of writing. We still want to think about developing and using a rich writing process to help us develop the very best ideas that we can. And we want to think about the ways we can craft powerful arguments that will achieve our purposes with our intended audiences. But digital writing is different too, because when we publish to the web, we are publishing to the whole world. And so that raises complex questions about intended and unintended audiences. And also, because we're writing in not merely words, but also in layers that include sounds and images and video, we also want to think very carefully about the implied arguments that we make when we post to the web, and also that are constantly being made to us as we read what's posted on the web. I'm very excited that there is a brand new textbook, Digital Writing, just written this year. As I record this, it's available for $25 in soft cover on Amazon and then $21 as an ebook. This textbook is the only thing you're going to have to buy for this course. Everything else you need for this course, I'm going to post for you up into our Google Classroom. If Google Classroom is new to you, no worries. I'll help you get connected to our classroom and get used to it. You may find that Google Classroom is a lot more accessible to you than a lot of Blackboard features. Because we are thinking about digital writing to the web, one thing that is always true is that everything is always changing. We always have to learn new tools. We always have to learn new platforms. We have to think about the ways that those platforms and those tools mediate our work and the messages that we want to send and the audiences who receive them. And we even have to learn how to use those tools and platforms in different combinations. We're not going to have any exams of any kind in this class. I'm going to ask you to write a lot. And when you do that work, you're going to get full credit for the class. This course counts as a UCC writing intensive and tech intensive course. So we have to do writing and we have to use some different technologies. That's part of the reason why we're going to do all our work with Google Docs and Google Drive and Google Classroom. It's also why we're going to post videos to YouTube, why we're going to edit Wikipedia, and why we're going to study arguments that we see in social media accounts, including our own accounts. So I'm going to ask you to try a lot of new things in this class, but I don't want anyone to be unduly stressed out. And for that reason, I'm going to offer all of you a special grading contract. I'm going to explain that now as I show you what our Google Classroom looks like. When you go into our Google Classroom, Google is always going to send you into the Stream tab, and that's pretty confusing. There's nothing useful there. Simple though, just go and click Classwork, and once you're in Classwork, you can see our key documents, which is our syllabus and our group class notes, and then all of the assignments week by week for the entire 7-week course. So in here, you should have everything that you need in addition to the textbook, which you're going to buy. Everything else you need is going to be right here in our Google Classroom. And so in the first week, we have some things we have to get done. One of them is for you to choose whether you want to be assessed in this class using a rubric. And this is the standard sort of rubric that you've probably seen in your high school classes. All the different qualities of your writing are considered, and you have to check a lot of boxes. Or you can choose our worry-free grading contract. If you opt for the worry-free grading contract, I'm not going to worry about the small things in your writing. I'm not going to assess the quality of your writing. I'm going to focus on the ideas in your writing. I'm going to look to see that you put in substantial effort to complete the assignments that I'm asking you to do. And if you take the worry-free grading contract, you also get one free pass where you can skip one assignment over the 7 weeks. A thing that is maybe new to some of you in this class is we're going to have some bubble readings. And so the first one is in week 1. We're going to look at a short book chapter by Danielle DeVos about why digital writing matters. I've converted these readings into Google Docs, and there'll be one for each team in the class. You read, you say, okay, I'm interested in this sentence, hit the little button, and now you can write a comment. Once the comment is up, you can click on somebody else's comment or your comment and add a little more. So as you read through the Google Doc reading, add bubbles from along the way from the top to the bottom, and then go back, maybe later on, come back into the document when your team has added their bubbles and respond. And that way we can create a conversation on the margins of the documents using the bubbles. We'll also do reading responses in most weeks where you can either individually or in small teams respond to readings by summarizing them, picking out some key quotes, and doing a little analysis together. Also in our Google Classroom, we have our syllabus, which we'll update from time to time. And we have our group class notes. And the group class notes will show who's on what team. And also then we'll have our first two assignments in week one. One is we're all going to do class bios of a couple of classmates with headshots so we can get to know each other a little bit. And then there's a red flag, green flag assignment for you to think about the good things and bad things you look for in social media accounts when you're analyzing whether somebody should date your friend. Every week in this class, I'm going to offer you a voluntary Zoom meeting that'll probably last about an hour. We'll find a time that's convenient for most of you to come. I know that you are very busy and you may not be able to come, so we'll record part of it and I'll post it up here. But you can always also email me at my school email, and you can also text me or call me on my cell phone, all of which information you have in the syllabus. By the end of the 7-week course, you should be very comfortable trying out new platforms and new tools and learning how to incorporate them into your writing practices. I know that you are all under a lot of stress, and I'm asking you to do a lot of work in this course. If the work gets to be too much, or you need some help, or we need to look at the course again and make sure that we have right-sized the amount of challenge in here for everybody, please come find me, and we will look at doing what it is we need to do to make sure everybody can get through the course successfully. Well, welcome everybody. I'm very excited that I'll be working with you the next 7 weeks. I think we're going to look at some interesting things and have some fun. I will talk to you very soon.